Jeff, I mean, the PJ Tour is returning to California. This is the West Coast swing. It's one of the it's one of those swings that to be quite honest, it's actually kind of enjoyable. The rest of the world is absolutely like either under snow or rain or fucking hurricanes. But the PJ Tour is going to the old La Quinta. I think that I said that right, down in Southern California, Palm Springs. I mean, Jeff, last year we started covering the PJ Tour more, and Andrew Landry is the defending champion, Jeff. I mean, it's a unique opportunity this week. I mean, good thing for Cali, Southern Cali. I don't know.
Hey, I've been there once. I didn't get to play any golf, but they got beautiful golf courses. They're going to have beautiful weather. I'd like to personally thank Patrick Reed for showing up this week. He completely fucked me last week, in our bet, but he's going to be there this week. I'm going to try to watch it. I'm going to try to watch most of it. I'm back on Pacific time. I get normal golf start times. I was bitching about the Hawaii starts. So I'm excited about that. I've got a pick. You mentioned his name earlier. I'm not going with Brooks, but I think Brooks is going to play well.
Well, you've got a bunch of notables in this field, and it seems like one of those events where it's generally an event where most major names are missing out. And usually you get Sir Elder Phil Mickelson that shows up, and he'll be there this week, along with Patrick Reed, Patrick Cantley, Matt Wolff, Brooks Koepka, Sungjae Im. So it seems like there's a good batch of talent there, and they're kind of splitting ways with the European Tour this week. But I mean, Jon Rahm again, he pulls the Patrick Reed earlier this week, and reports that he tweaked a muscle working out and decided to withdraw. I mean, do you think Jon Rahm ever worked out, or is he just he injured himself like getting into the sauna?
Well, I'd like to know what workout he was doing. Like, give me an idea of the actual exercise he was doing, because his body type doesn't show that he works out very much. Hell of a golfer, yeah, but doesn't look like he's in the gym very often. So I'd like to know, what happened. But at least we know he's not going to be there, and now we're not going to pick him.
That's at least they notified us, of that. And also another big name in the mix is going to be Brooks Koepka. He's making his debut 2021 start at the old La Quinta. I'm gonna screw that up. Before the Farmers Insurance Open. I don't think I don't think he didn't play this event last year. Expectations for Brooks Koepka this year, is it going to be a good or bad year, Jeff?
I think it's going to be a good year. I think it has to be a good year for him. I mean, it was a struggle last year. He was injured a little bit, but you don't want to see him start to get like that steady decline because he never played really well in normal tournaments anyway. He's won 4 majors. That's why he's known. But I think he's got to step it up this year. I think he's got to play well in other tournaments. I think he's got to win multiple tournaments. Doesn't have to win a major. It'd be nice if he did. I think he's ready to go, though. I watched the interview with him today, and they asked him the question, like, how you feeling? Why are you here? And he's like, I want to fucking win. Right. So
it's been a while. He's been in contention in a few majors, but it just seems like, the lack of focus. And I think, I get it. If you're nagging an injury, because you're actually physically working out and trying to, improve your body, and you're going out there and actually playing golf, unlike Jon Rahm, I just feel like I think he needs a victory. And I think this would be a very cheap victory, to be quite honest with you, and probably not the strongest field of golf, but I'm excited about his expectations for this year. I think I'm going to disagree with you. I think he needs to win a major. I think he needs to fuck around and get it done, especially if Tiger Woods is out. If anyone could have to really get back on the Tiger pace, I think Brooks could do it. But let's get into some picks, Jeff. Who do you got this week? The La Quinta, calling your name. They're playing a couple different courses. Pete Dye Nicklaus tournament course, and then let's see here, the stadium course also. That was designed by Pete Dye. Fuck, I always fuck up the courses. The stadium and the Nicklaus tournament. I don't know. Both 7,100 yards. Who do you got this week? Is it Andrew Landry? Do you think he's going to go back to back? He's going to defend?
I don't think so. I'm picking, and I had to write it down, Sungjae Im. Okay, and he's up around the top of the odds. I'm hoping that he's going to beat your guy, because I want to win a bottle. First off, we're doubling up this week with 2 tournaments. I guess I got a pass last week because my guy didn't actually play. But Sungjae Im, this is kind of a retirement community, so you don't have to worry about people going out and partying too much. It's going to be beautiful weather. The scores are going to be low. I think he's going to fly under the radar and hopefully get me a W.
He might. I'm going with I'm going with Patrick Cantlay. And Patrick Cantlay, I mean, he's not known to get a ton of victories, but I think he's playing okay golf. But I also think his last victory was in Southern California, and they just harped on how he's from Long Beach and he's just so close. And I just think the Golf Channel is just going to eat that up. And I think that's just going to empower him into the winner's circle. Plus, I'm sick and tired of picking underdogs. I thought for like 30 seconds, I'm like, you know what? You know, be a cool story. Phil Mickelson winning here. Like he almost won a couple years ago. Down here, and then I snapped out of it. I smacked myself across the face, and I said, "Fuck that." Patrick Cantlay is the guy this week.
Yeah, we need to just look like the top third of the players when they put the odds out and just stay there, because anything we go lower than that, they don't make the cut. They're never near the top. But now that we've got this 2-bet system going on where we bet, our guy against each other and the winner, I like it. I think we got a better chance to win multiple bottles. This week's going to be good because we got 2 tournaments.
We got a couple tournaments, but also, I mean, like you mentioned, I mean, the TV schedule, it's, a little normal this week. It's going to be on, again, fucking Golf Channel, 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern, which means it's going to start at 12 noon. Jeff, last week's coverage was rather frustrating because it seemed like on Friday and Saturday, the Golf Channel, the coverage was so short that you missed the actual leaders going into the clubhouse playing any golf. And you were stuck watching some of the guys who were fucking nowhere near the top of the leaderboard. And it just lacks some of that excitement. I mean, and again, this other 4-hour window is just killing me.
Well, I tried to watch a little bit Sunday in between golf and before I took off. But when you're going to start coverage an hour into the final group's last round, I didn't get to see any of the fireworks, anybody making a run. I mean, Morikawa, your pick, was playing well at a time I thought he might get up into the top of the leaderboard and maybe have a chance to win. I think he ended up a couple back, but you just miss out on way too much with these little short windows and the late start time. So yeah, it'll be nice to get back on the regular Pacific Coast time.
My question to the Golf Channel is like, they earlier canceled David Faraday show, so you don't have that. They're canceling golf, morning shows. They're getting rid of female anchors, and they're pissing off Lisa Cronwell. And what else do they have to fucking televise? Like, I know this week they're going to be spread a little thin with the LPGA Tour event coming back down in Florida, but it just seems like you would think they could turn the camera on and walk away. Maybe someone monitor the microphones, and just fucking let us watch it without any commentators. Like, I'll turn on the fucking radio and watch some golf. It just, I don't know. It just seems a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching golf today with your boy Shane Bacon and our other boy Damon Hack. I thought he might give us a shout out now that he's entered to win the tournament or the $500 giveaway. But well, I just hope for better coverage this week. That's all you can hope for. Sit down, watch it. It's going to be beautiful weather out there. They're gonna shoot some good scores. It should be some fireworks.
You would think so, but I mean, this is kind of crazy in my eyes. PGA Tour this week's purse $6.7 million, but then the European Tour, I mean, to kick off the 2020 event, I mean, Abu Dhabi, the HSBC Championship in Abu Dhabi. I don't exactly know where that. If I'd have pointed on a map, I'd fuck it up. Is it in like Iraq? No, probably not Iraq. But I mean, they're playing for $8 million, Jeff. I mean, defending champion Lee Westwood. We don't generally talk about the European Tour, but it seems like there's so many freaking guys over there that, made the trek across the pond to get this thing started.
Well, is Abu Dhabi where Fight Island is? Is that where the UFC fights are this weekend too? So maybe that's why the purse is so big. Conor McGregor shows up. He's bringing $17-20 million into that fight pay-per-view. The guys get to hang out with him, drink some of his proper 12, which I should be drinking tonight, but I'm not. Yeah, they got big money over there. They got big money, and they got some big names there. They got JT, they got Rory, they got Fleetwood, they got Westwood. He won last year. So it's going to be a good tournament. It might be better to watch than out in La Quinta.
It might be. I mean, to include, I mean, Justin Rose, Terrell Hatton, Marcus Kinholt. I don't know who that
is. He's stellar.
Thomas Peters. I mean, just a couple notables. Jason Scrivener. I actually recognize that that guy. But yeah, they're gonna launch TV schedule wise Wednesday through Saturday, I think, or Thursday through Sunday. Good news, Jeff. 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. It's going to be on the Golf Channel. It's actually getting more coverage than the fucking PGA Tour event, which is fucking, I mean, you got to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to fucking watch it, but it's kind of crazy. So let's get into the Abu Dhabi. We don't normally cover the European Tour, but I mean, 2021. I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean, who do you got this week?
So normally I make my pick, I stick with it, I write it down. I got 3 names on the list still. I can't decide. They're all really good. I want to go with JT because I think he's been probably practicing really, really hard, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to go with Tommy Fleetwood. I think this is the week Tommy Fleetwood gets one done for me, hopefully. So we'll see. Who you got?
To be quite honest with you, I really was thinking about Justin Thomas. I mean, it's fucking how cool of a story. I mean, maybe he, makes some other headlines, in Abu Dhabi. I mean, I don't know what their tolerance is over there, but yeah, initially I was like, I'm gonna pick JT, and then I'm like, I think he's gonna be rather distracted. I mean, maybe he's hanging out the Conor McGregor fight. I don't know. So I went with the father time. I picked daddy daycare, Rory McIlroy. I think he's gonna get her done out in Abu Dhabi. I mean, he hasn't played in a long time, so I think I think 2021 is going to be a good year, and I think he might have a little bit better focus. I don't know what the story is when it comes to fans out in Abu Dhabi. I know some of the events at the end of 2020, they had a larger grandstands that I saw. When I was watching the European Tour at 4 a.m. So I'm going with Rory McIlroy. I probably should write that down. I might forget, but yeah. So that's who I got.
That's a good pick. I think this is going to be a big year for Rory. I do. I think he'll play well out there. Hopefully not as good as Tommy, because I'd like to get a couple bottles in my shelf here. But hey, we're sticking with the big name guys. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen all year until somebody catches fire and gets hot. We're sticking with the big name guys.
You have to, and it's something that it's a new year, buddy. We're not underdog. We're no longer underdogs. Okay, we're the guys kicking people in the teeth. So